Do you ever just do a 6x6 solve and this happens? Yeah, it happens to the best of us. In this video, I'll be showing you some ways to improve your big cube solves, which will hopefully make you faster in the long run. So I did a 7x7 solve to test how long centers took, and they took about half of the solve. Efficiency is very important for big cube centers, and I'll tell you how to improve on that in the next section. So this is a tip I learned from Ben Kirby when he was showing me how to get faster. Doing untimed solves in big cubes gives you the opportunity to improve your efficiency at your own pace. If you do a case and think you could have done it better, you can go back and try something different. I've done a lot of untimed solves and I think it's paid off in the long run. Although this doesn't really have much to do with your solutions at all, this is probably one of the most important steps. This is the difference between bad turning and good turning. The best way to practice this is to once again do untimed solves and try to slow your turning down a bit, while also improving your look ahead and solutions. Hardware is a very important thing for big cubes. Considering you might be averaging over 4 to 5 minutes or so on 6 and 7, a good cube will improve your times a lot depending on the quality of your old one. Here is the difference between my main 7x7 and a cheaper 7x7. I think you can definitely tell which one I'd rather use. This is a mistake I used to make a lot on 4x4 and 6x6, and depending on your current skill level, you might be doing this too. You need to make sure you know which colour center or edge you need to do next, and you should also do this while solving the previous center so you don't pause in between. Edges are also a very big portion of the solve, so the more efficient you can be, the bigger difference it will make. So as an example for yellow-orange, instead of taking this edge out here and putting it back in there, you can also do two things at the same time and put the other edge that belongs here into this slot to take it out, and then put it in. So here it is here. So I can take that out, put it in, and then put the other edge that we took out back into there, and then line them up again. To be honest, I can say I'm guilty of not following this one too much, and this is probably where I'm weakest during solves. But if you guys are willing to learn some advanced big cube algorithms, definitely learn some Ultra cases. An easy one to learn if you don't know it is this double parity one, where you can do both at the same time instead of doing parity twice. Now this one isn't exactly a mistake, but more of a small thing that might help you look ahead during the last 4 edges. Normally before I learned how to do this, I would have to rotate around the whole cube just to look for the edges I need. But by doing this simple algorithm, you can bring these edges to the top where you can see all of them at the same time. A very big shout out to Ben for showing me this. Of course I expect a lot of you not to use YAO for 6 and 7, but this applies to those of you who use it on 5 as well. When I was first grinding big cubes and even getting my first podiums, I was still doing my YAO edges on the bottom, including on 4x4. Once I got pulled up on this, I immediately switched to doing it on the left, which made my times get much faster. Most of you probably do it on the left already, but I wanted to share this for those who don't. Whenever I try to use end moves during parallel and 7x7, it's always super risky. That's because it's incredibly difficult to have good turning by doing so, as well as accidentally doing slices, which can cause DNFs. For example, if you switch to doing this U-perm instead of the end move one, you'll be able to do it much faster and you won't DNF. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, make sure to like and subscribe, as well as share this with any friends who need to improve at big cubes. Goodbye.